Hello everyone, I'm Ben Williams from Old Tin Cup Habitat Restoration Enhancement, and welcome to this week's Management Minute. In this week's Management Minute, I'm out here pulling some trail camera cards, getting some cameras moved around to where we can start seeing maybe some of these hens have their poults out here bugging. You can see I'm kind of in a cut over field right now. I'm on the backside of a deer egg trophy clover food plot that me and my dad actually doubled up on our longbeards here this past spring on May 2nd, right there. That's where we shot our birds. So anyway, they came right out of this corner where I'm standing right now. So what I wanted to talk about is these 40-year-old food plots is the highlight of this Management Monday. And what I mean by 40-year-old food plots is your mast trees. Whether it's soft mast, hard mast, anything like that, look into planting some of these 40-year-old food plots. Not only do they complement an annual or perennial food plot like you see right here, but these are a great addition around a stand location, maybe where you can't put in a food plot because you can't get the equipment in there. It's a lot of time and energy to clear all the above. A little bit of clearing and stuff like that, getting some canopy opened up, full sun on these, they'll take right off. This is a crab apple, and if you look in it, this has hundreds upon hundreds of apples that this is going to be producing this year for wildlife. Now this tree does need a pruning, don't get me wrong. We're going to go through this year and prune our crabapple trees. We have not touched these since we planted these in 2012, and they were 1-foot whips. And when I mean 1-foot whips, they were little bitty sticks, half the size of my pinky, maybe a foot tall when we planted them. The big key to success with those young trees like that, especially tree tubes, absolute must. These are a shorter variety. We have since moved to some taller tree tubes. We did have fencing around the top of these, but they don't seem to browse this crabapple variety that much. This is a Sergeant crabapple, I believe. The birds really like them a lot. Turkeys really utilize them. And we have had the deer foraging on them as well. But tons of apples, and these will drop late into the wintertime. So a good forage source for sure. And then also, when you're not talking about planting young sapling trees, if you're talking about planting grafts, this is a grafted variety of pear. These are actually picked up at an on sale, end of season sale at Walmart, I believe actually. These are Kiefer's and Ayers pears. There's the couple pear varieties we got right down through here. We got about 5 of them right here. The reason we decided to put these here is they facilitate with a couple stand locations around me, depending on the wind and everything like that. But these are also dropping during that early bow season time frame. These are going to drop in early to mid-October, which is exactly what we want. And these are actually got some pears on them this year. This one's not so much, but the next 3 are pretty good with pears. Now these will definitely need a pruning as well this year. We got to get these trees whipped back into shape. We wanted to see what trees were going to survive before we started putting a lot of time and effort into them. But these definitely need a bit of a haircut. Don't get me wrong, and they'll start producing way better. But now they're getting well and established. They're really taking off, and I'm loving it. So maybe in years to come, we'll be fortunate enough to take a deer eating some pears right under these trees right there. I'm not going to point to where the stand is right off, but anyway, so yeah, you can see these are nice varieties. Big things when you're planting these tree species is make sure that, one, they're for your grow zone that's appropriate for you. Whether that's, New York's got 4 or 5 different grow zones in it alone. Make sure it's a tree that will be supported in your grow zone. You can check that by the varietal. Also, make sure they're cross-pollinators, because otherwise, if they're not cross-pollinators, you're not going to get these nice, lovely fruits like you see on this pear right here. And as you can see, some are taking off better than others, for sure. But that's the big thing, is make sure you have good location for your tree with the soils. This tested out really well when we tested our soils. Make sure you got good pollinating varieties, and make sure you're planting something that'll grow in your zone. Some of the stuff that I've seen people plant doesn't grow north of the Mason-Dixon line, and up here in New York, it's kind of a big deal because we get some cold temperatures. But these trees have survived really well. I think these are 4 or 5 years since we planted them, and some of these taken right off 15-foot tall plus. But yeah, these are Kiefer's and Ayers. They're going to drop at key times. Bartlett's also support really well with these for pollinators. But check your pollination charts, guys. Check your grow charts. See what your hardiness zone is and what plants you're what plant species you're planting. Make sure they fit your grow zone, make sure they fit your soil conditions, and then put them where they're applicable for a hunting situation or to and from a hunting situation. So that's Ben Williams with this week's Management Monday. Get out there, guys. There's fawns on the ground right now. I'm getting tons of cute baby fawn pictures. Hoping to start seeing the turkey poults on the trail cameras here pretty soon and out in my scouting efforts. But that's the long and the short of it, guys. Plan it to your benefit. I know it don't look like much now. She needs a little bit of a chemical treatment on the grasses, but that trophy clover's coming up just solid. We gave the grass a haircut over the top. That's what you see, the thatch and stuff right here is mowed down. This wasn't clover here, but we're gonna mow this down and spray this. This is gonna go into a cover crop on this end this year. And this is all gonna get mixed up. There's gonna be a screen out here that's been sprayed. Can't see it because it hasn't died back yet, but all that good stuff, guys. Always planning, always having a purpose for your plan, whether it's what you're planting or where you're putting it. So thanks everyone for tuning into this week's Management Monday. I'm Ben Williams from Old Tin Cup Habitat Restoration and Enhancement. If you like this video, give us that thumbs up. Drop your comments or questions right down below. We'd love to hear from you guys and feature some of your topics in these Management Mondays, Weed of the Week Wednesdays, or Food Plot and Forestry Fridays. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Hit that share button, hit the subscribe button so you get the updates on all of our videos. And until next time, guys, be safe, have fun, and I'll see you guys all next time here in the field. Take care, everyone.